Hey Bio Team. So you guys have learned that if our cells want to build a protein, the first thing they're going to have to do is take a gene of DNA, which is the instructions for building proteins, and they're going to have to transcribe it into RNA, single-stranded RNA, the molecules that are responsible for actually building the proteins. And so in order to build a protein, there's actually three types of RNA. And so the first type of RNA is called messenger RNA. And messenger RNA is responsible for determining which amino acids go into the protein and where in the protein those amino acids will be added on. And the reason this is able to accomplish this is because mRNA has a linear shape, and it's made up of groups of three nucleotides called codons. And so every three nucleotides, every three bases, will code for a single amino acid. So depending on where bases are in the mRNA, depending on where the bases are in the code, you can add different types of amino acids onto the protein. You can add polar amino acids or non-polar amino acids, and the proteins will be different as a result. So that's mRNA. The second type of RNA is called transfer RNA, or tRNA. And so while mRNA determines which amino acids get added onto the protein, the transfer RNA is responsible for actually bringing those amino acids to the mRNA. And so you can see that tRNA is shaped a little bit differently. Biologists say it has a clover leaf shape. That is, it has these loops on it that kind of resemble a clover leaf. And you can see that each piece of transfer RNA has one end that's attached to an amino acid. And the other end of transfer RNA has what's called an anticodon. That is, it has three nitrogen bases, which actually match with the codons in the messenger RNA. So different transfer RNAs with different anticodons will carry different amino acids. And so that's transfer RNA. The last type of RNA is called ribosomal RNA. And as you can see from this kind of coiled up jumble of nucleotides, our RNA coils around some proteins and actually forms the ribosome. So the ribosome is made of our RNA coiled around proteins. And so the job of the ribosome, or the job of our RNA, is to bond the amino acids together after the transfer RNA delivers them. So this entire process of RNA building proteins is called translation. And it occurs over several steps. And so translation begins at the ribosome as soon as messenger RNA arrives. Messenger RNA attaches to the ribosome. And once that happens, transfer RNA can start bringing amino acids down to the ribosome, attaching onto the mRNA. And so again, the transfer RNA has an amino acid on one side and an anticodon on the other side, which is able to match with a codon on the mRNA. So you can see our first amino acid is brought by the transfer RNA, whose anticodon matches up with the codon on the mRNA. And the same is true for our second amino acid. And so once the transfer RNA brings the amino acids to the ribosome is able to link these amino acids together with a covalent peptide bond. And so as the amino acids get bonded at the ribosome, as more transfer RNA brings more amino acids, this chain of amino acids grows longer and longer and eventually can fold into a protein. And that's it. At this point, you guys have some practice problems. We'll see you next class.